between the castle of black marble and the shepherd, there was an enormous, cruel giant wielding a disastrous scimitar, which is a sword. With a vicious shriek, the giant hit the prince. But the prince was quick. He moved aside, and without a moment to waste, he jumped up, he swirled, and he swished. The giant's head fell onto the ground. The shepherd picked up the keys from the pocket and ran towards the black castle, opened the door, and below he saw the most beautiful woman in the world. She said, "I am Princess of Tlavian. Thank you for saving me. And may I know your name, O Savior of my life?" The shepherd said, "I am Prince Kodadad." He was the prince, he was the son of an emperor, Jabana, of the kingdom of Haran. The emperor had banished his mother, Firuza, because he thought she was barren. And even though she gave birth to Kodadad later, he did not invite her back. The prince, as he grew up, he came back to Haran, but did not reveal his identity. And through his wit, his valor, his bravery, he soon was appointed by the emperor to be the governor of his 49 half-brothers. And then one day, the 49 half-brothers, when they went on hunt and failed to return, he took upon himself, he disguised himself as a shepherd and went out in search of them. And here he was. The princess looked at him admiringly. And the moment their eyes met, the heavens knew that they were bound to become one. The winds of love began singing the song that was never heard before. When marimba rhythms dance, oh, I forgot the song. Very good. But there was an interruption. And the interruption was there of the screams of help. There was a place in the castle where the prisoners were kept. The prisoners who were captive and who were going to be food for the giant who the prince shepherd had slain. The prince told the princess, "It is my joy that I am the means to saving these unfortunate people. Please join me and share the pleasure of saving them from their cruel destiny and giving them their liberty." And off they went, and they rescued the prisoners. And what do you see there? Among the prisoners, there were 49 half-brothers of the prince. They were overjoyed. And the eyes of the prince and the princess met again. And the winds of love began singing the song once more. The prince took the moment and he proposed to her. And she accepted. Of course, you know that, right? And then the 49 princes, the prince and the princess, started making the journey back towards Haran. On the way, the prince told his brothers that I'm going to tell you my true identity. I am actually your brother, the son of Firuza. The brothers were overjoyed. They all embraced. But as night came and the Prince Kodadad and his princess went into the tent to rest, the brothers met. Their emperor was already cherishing him more than them, despite him being a stranger. And now that he had saved them, he had killed the giant, and the emperor would know that he is a son, what would become of them? There was only one way. And they rushed into his tent, and with 1,000 blows they stabbed him and left him to die. And they rushed back to Haran. The princess riddled the air with her screams, and she invoked heavens to cast a curse on the brothers, but to no avail. Then, with tear-eyed, she looked at the prince, and she saw a faint breathing. She ran out to the nearby town, got a surgeon. But alas, the prince was nowhere to be found. He had disappeared. The princess was inconsolable. The surgeon was kind. He took her to his place. After 2 months of constant crying, she stopped, and she replaced her sorrow with a vow that she would avenge the death of her husband and her love. And they went to her. They reached the emperor's court. Am I still on time? Okay, awesome. They reached the emperor's court. Princess Perusa was there too, the Queen Perusa. And the princess told the story to the emperor. The emperor grew enraged. His eyes went red, and he unleashed orders to the vizier to capture the 49 brothers and to prepare them for execution. His rage knew no bounds, and he was worried, for he would now again become heirless. And at that moment, a messenger came and informed the emperor that there was going to be an attack to his kingdom of Haran. The emperor set up his army, and he started moving towards the battlefield. At the end of the second day, as he reached the battlefield, he saw that the enemy was already dispersing, and he saw an unexpected army. His ally was already fighting the battle. He went up to the leader to thank him, and it could not be. But it was Godadad. The emperor was so happy and overjoyed, he hugged his prince, his son. He left the army in control with the vizier, and he went back to the palace. The Queen Firuza and the princess, their joy knew no bounds. Godadad explained that the night he was there, a peasant came by. He saw his state, he took him home, gave him herbs, and with that he started recovering quickly. And he trained the villagers to fight, to protect themselves. And it was his opportune and fortunate moment that it could come and help the kingdom of Haran from being attacked. The king was overjoyed. And then he remembered that he needed to execute his 49 half-brothers. But Prince Godadad interjected once again. He said, "Oh, my dear emperor, these are my brothers, your flesh, your blood. They've made a mistake, but I forgive them. And I entreat you to forgive them too, because in due time they will know and see me as their real brother." The emperor was proud with joy. He forgave the 49 brothers, and he proclaimed Godadad as the heir to the throne, for he was the true prince. And as the prince and the princess eyes met once again, the winds of love began, and the song that was never heard before, and you didn't hear it too this time though, started ringing again. Back to you, Mr. Toastmasters.